Are you gonna make a cameo? Oh, that's a big drool, thank you. That's running down my office chair in the most disgusting way possible. Thank you. You're a nice man. Hello everyone and welcome back, and I just am so excited that like the weather is starting to turn away from winter finally in the area that I live, close to Toronto in Canada. And Lord, I'm wearing a shirt that like doesn't cover my whole body. So today we're going to talk about some of the things I used up over the last few months. I used to do my empties seasonally, but now that I have like slowed my buying and I'm using more things that I already have, I am starting to go through way more items and much faster than I was before because I'm actually like concentrating on them and not flipping through products like crazy. So we're going to go through some skincare, hair care, and some makeup items. I hope you enjoy this type of video. If you do, give it a thumbs up so I know that you do, so I will continue to do them. I mentioned a little while ago that I had had a haircut that I wasn't sure how I was feeling about, and I think the verdict is in that I don't really like it. I asked for like a long layered haircut and I'm still kind of in this like weird choppy, not as nicely layered as I would have liked a haircut, but that's okay. That happens, and I'm not a hair girl anyway. All right, so that being said, let's start with some hair care, I guess. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Cake Soft Serve hair product. So this is the Totally to Die For Cream Rinse Conditioner. I got this in Generation Beauty in New York last year. Cake partnered with Mark Anthony, so they were kind of sharing a booth, and they did a ton of products and they were giving out crazy amounts of PR. I can totally appreciate what they were doing, but truthfully I was not a big fan of this. It retails for about $12. I took this to Jamaica with me when we went in November, and I started using it then because I thought, like, what a better time to really put something through its paces is when you're on vacation and your hair is kind of out of its element. So I was using it there, and then I was using it when I got home. And I really didn't like it. I had a really hard time getting it out of my hair. I didn't find it very detangling at all. And truthfully, the smell is so strong, I could almost not even handle it. Like, I'm not sensitive to smell, and I felt like I was gagging when I was using this because it was first so sweet, and then when I'd been using it for a while, it didn't even smell sweet anymore. It just smelled like straight fragrance. So will not repurchase. Going to use up the rest of the shampoo, and then I'm going to get these out of my life. My next two products are these Mix Easy shampoo and conditioner. So I finished these up not fairly recently, probably about a month or two ago. I finished these up right after I finished my last empties video, and I also don't think I would repurchase this. I'm really picky with shampoo and conditioner. I like a really solid lather, and I like a almost silicone type feeling conditioner because my hair is very dry at the ends and I don't really do anything or use any products. So I actually like that conditioner kind of weighs it down because it's a little bit curly and frizzy. But Mix Easy actually sent these to me. They're $23 a bottle. They are completely organic. I did a whole video on this and their facial cleanser that they sent me. It's completely customizable to you as a consumer, which I think is brilliant. It is made and distributed out of the US. There is no harsh ingredients or anything like that. But what I'm finding is I'm not partial to organic hair care. It doesn't really work for me. Like, I hate to say it, but like, give me those chemicals when it comes to hair care, because there's just something with organic hair care that doesn't really do it for me. Yeah, so as I said, I have an entire video on this that I will link down below that you can take a look at if organic hair care is your thing, like cruelty-free, vegan, all that good stuff. They really aren't for me. I actually believe that these are really good products for someone else who's really into that type of thing, and it's just not for me. So I've gone through another soft soap Juicy Pomegranate Mango Infusions. I bought a big pack of these from Costco. As much as they were a good deal and I am using them because I have them, I won't buy them again. I don't find anything special about them, and I find I go through them really quickly considering how big they are. They give a nice lather and they are a nice scent, but I don't really feel like they do much else other than like give me a lathery soap and then wash off. Like, my skin doesn't feel nice after. I don't feel like the scent even stays. It's not like it's like a really nicely scented product. It's kind of blah. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I can invest in some nice ass body wash, you know? Oh, we talked about body wash before we finished with hair care. So I also went through a Freeman's Volume Dry Shampoo. This is like a citrus dry shampoo, and dry shampoo for me in general is not my favorite. I don't use a lot of it. Well, I'm using more of it now, if I'm being honest. The laziness is getting the better of me. I liked the smell of it. It gave a really, really white cast, which I don't really love. I'm very much on the fence about it. If I had to choose between like this and the Batiste, or this and the Elizabeth and James Black or White dry shampoo, I would pick the other two and not necessarily this one. However, I have a second one of these that I was sent in Glossy Box recently, which was one of my duplicated products within 6 months. I'll link that video down below as well. It's why I left Glossy Box. So I will use it, and I like it enough to use it and not get rid of it, but I don't think I would ever purchase it. I also got through this little sample of Marc Anthony Bye Bye Frizz Damage Repair Miracle Treatment. So this was just like a little sample that came with the cake shampoo and conditioner, and they sent the entire Frizz line. I didn't mind this. Again, not sure I would buy it again, but I did actually enjoy using it, and it did take some of the dryness out of my ends. I've thought about going through some of the hair care ingredients, because I actually commented to a hairdresser recently that I had been using the Brio Despair Don't Repair, and the face she made to me was kind of like, I don't know if you should be using that. She didn't make an additional recommendation, but she really was not on board with that product and its ingredients. So I'm kind of, now I feel like I need to investigate, like, what have I done, or is she just being a little bit extra? So same thing, probably wouldn't repurchase. My honest to goodness favorite hair mask to use is just straight coconut oil. Like, I just melt it and put it in my hair. And I'll probably go back to that once I'm through the Brio Don't Despair Repair. I have a really hard time with that name, what the heck. So 10 years later, I did finish this Tresemme Tray to Freeze Hold level 5 hairspray. I always have to hairspray my hair when I put it in a ponytail or put it up in any way, because I have tons and tons of baby hairs, and as I'm getting older, all in here is all becoming gray, and all in here is all becoming gray, so they are really sticking out, and when I put my hair up in a ponytail, it's like, let me show you my tentacles. So I use this for that. Hairspray to me is nothing special. I've never found one that's like really blowing my socks off or really, really hate it. It's just like sticky water spray that holds your flyaways down, and if that's what's happening, I'm happy with it. So Tresemme products I actually am partial to in general, so I will probably buy this again once I work through this next one, which is the Garnier Fructis style Hold and Flex Sleek and Shine spray. This one actually holds a little bit more than this. Yeah, this is a 4 and this is a 5. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't even know where this came from. One of my friends must have left it at my house, and it's mine now. So one more hair care product, and this is the Brio Rosario Milk Reparative Leave-In Conditioning Spray. So I have worked through this one and a couple of other ones. So I used up this one, and now I'm working on the Don't Despair Repair Strength and Moisturizer Mist, and I got this in Glossy Box recently as well. I believe both of these came in Glossy Box, so I'm happy to get them and use them, but not something, again, I think I would buy. I didn't notice a huge difference with this. I just think my hair does not relate to hair products at all. Like, it doesn't really matter what you're putting in it or not putting in it. Unless it's a detangler, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, I think we can move on to some makeup products. So let's do that. So the first one I have, and was in my kind of yearly project pan, is the Too Faced Hangover Rx. I will definitely repurchase this. This is a primer that basically goes under your foundation, or you can use it as a moisturizer, or you can use it under another primer if you need a little bit more moisture. I find this takes redness out of my skin, makes my skin much less dry, and it actually kind of controls the oils that I've got going on when I am a little bit more oily. Hi, Daisy babe. So definitely will repurchase, but this is about 45 bucks, so I'm gonna wait until I get through some other things before I bring this back in my life. I also finished up the It Cosmetics CC Cream, and I had the shade Light. I actually ended up cutting the top off of it to really get in there and make sure I got all of it out. So we'll repurchase this once I make it through some more foundations for sure. I really liked how this finish was on the skin. I know the shade range is pretty shitty, and we're all cancel culturing those people that make shitty shade ranges, and that's fine. You do you. I'm here for it. I get it. I totally do. But I actually really like the finish on this, and I've never found a product. I'm really sorry. Diesel just walked in here, and now all of a sudden my nose is running. I've never found a product with a finish like this that lasts as long as this. So I find when I get this finish, it's kind of melted off my face by the end of the day, which obviously isn't ideal. We don't want that. But I do ultimately like it, and I will definitely repurchase it again once I work through some of my other stuff. I finally finished this Godforsaken Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray. So this is going. I did a long project pan on this. It doesn't spray anymore. There's a tiny little bit left in the bottom. Didn't really love it, didn't really hate it. It had a great sprayer. It was very finely misted, but just in general, I don't really find it done anything. And for a $40 setting spray, I'm just not here for that. So this one is just going in the garbage in general. This is the Benefit Boeing Airbrush Concealer, and this is straight moldy. Like, I opened it to use it the other day, and not the other day. I opened it to use it like a month ago, and like I won't even show you because it's disgusting, but there's actual mold spores in this. So this is going in the garbage, never to be seen again. So I didn't use this up, but this is the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Lip Scrub. And I think I've talked about this before in a disappointing products video, but this is actually how it came. It was always dried up. It's never actually been a functioning product. The day that I got it in the Flights of Fancy kit, it was completely just a hard, rock hard ball. So there goes the lid, and there goes my hopes and dreams for this lip scrub ever being in my life. This is another guy that is just going into the garbage. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Black. So this is supposed to be comparable, and just broke even more. This is supposed to be comparable to a Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I wanted to see if I could put this in a project pan, so I actually was like turning it up so the product would come out to see how much was in it, to see if it was a realistic or viable product to put in a project pan. And when I went to screw it back down, not only did it not go down, but it just broke. Like, I like clicked it and the whole thing broke off. So I barely even got to use this. I am a little bit disappointed that that is the best they could do. Maybe it's on me for rolling it all the way up, but I feel like if you're gonna have a pencil that is going to exist in this world, it needs to be able to like touch air before it breaks and shatters all over the place. So definitely won't repurchase this one again. Truthfully, I didn't even really like the formula of it. It was a little bit dry, and I don't think it was at all. Hope you enjoy Diesel drinking out of the toilet. I don't think it was at all what it could have been. All right, into skincare and a few other last random things. So I have 2 perfumes that I finished. These also were in my project pan for the year. This is the Elizabeth & James Black and White. I like to wear these mixed together, so I actually just like hold both of them and put both of them on at the same time. I don't think I would buy these in a full size, but I have 2 more minis that I will definitely use and I won't get rid of. I do really like the Elizabeth & James Black and White scents, but only when they're mixed. And I also really like the new one they have released, which is the gray. The rosé and the bourbon, I am really not a fan of. They kind of, on me, smell like BO, and that's definitely not what you're looking for in a perfume. If you like them, I'm really jealous of you because I actually really wanted to like them and I just don't. More skincare, so we have the Derma E Purifying Toner Mist with marine algae and green tea. For a toner, I don't find this did very much. It was a little bit soothing for my skin, but that is about it. I don't have any real specialty remarks for it. This is for normal to oily skin. And when I've tried things like the Pixi Glow Tonic and the Mario Badescu Glycolic Acid Toner, I realize they are totally different, but they are still toners. So that kind of makes me feel like a little bit like I was gypped by this, because this doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. Does not tone me at all. This is a weird empty because it's not an empty, but I am retiring one of my Shuamura eyelash curlers. This is probably the oldest one I have, and it's kind of losing the spring to its step, and I have 2 others, so I am letting it go. I actually think it's important to rebuy these kind of tools here and there, not super frequently, but probably every couple years. Just based on the fact that like this touches your eyeball pretty frequently, and we are all like super hardcore about our mascaras and how long we keep them and what is touching it. But you have to remember, like, even if you're cleaning it, like stuff still gets like built up in here. There's some nasty shit on this eyelash curler even after cleaning. So I finished up a IT Cosmetics Secret Sauce Clinically Advanced Miraculous Anti-Aging Moisturizer. This is the first anti-aging thing I have ever used, I'm pretty sure. And I actually liked it a lot. I think I would buy this in full size once I work through my skincare box a little bit more. It was really hydrating. It felt really nice. It wasn't heavily scented. I'd have to look through or maybe see if Jen Loves Reviews has any deep dive information on the ingredients in it, but I personally really liked it. I would for definitely try it again. Another Derma E product. Oh, this immediately made me a liar. So this is an anti-wrinkle cleanser with vitamin A and glycolic acid. This took me forever to use up. I have no idea why. I use it every day in the shower, and then eventually I pulled it out of the shower and used it as my actual like daily cleanser as well. It is gone now. It was a nice gel cleanser, but I don't really feel like it did anything special. Like, I have things that are cheaper. I have things that I actually feel like clean better. Like, you know when you wash your face and you're like, yeah, I washed my face, I can check that box. And then there's other days when you're like, yeah, I washed my face. Yes, it feels clean. Yes, I feel like I got shit out of my pores. I never really got that out of this product. And that was kind of one of my more major issues with it. Was I felt like when I was washing my face, I wasn't doing my skincare, I was just ticking a box and things I needed to do. I don't know how that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. This next item I actually found in my skincare box fairly recently, and I have talked about it in another video where I was talking about how I'd improve my skincare. This is the Ole Henriksen Transform Invigorating Night Transformation Gel. So I really like this. I feel like this is really helping my skin. It's making me actually have my foundation go on better. It's taking redness out of my skin. If I have a breakout and I put this on, it really helps out everything. I'm going to link my favorites video that I commented on this in, because I actually went a little bit more in depth, and I'm not sure it's necessary here because I've already talked about it and I don't want to talk your ear off. But I did finish it and I have already repurchased a full size. It's pretty rare that I will use up a product and immediately go buy the full size. I am very much that person, especially right now where I'm like kind of iffy about skincare. There's nothing, I can't say there's nothing because that's not true, but it's very, very rare for me to find a skincare product or a hair care product of any type where I'm like, yes, absolutely yes. And this is definitely one of those things. If you have sensitive skin, I maybe don't recommend it. This is kind of, let me just read it to you. Apply evenly to a clean face and neck nightly to allow to absorb. Follow with an Ole Henriksen moisturizer of your choice. Sunburn alert. This product contains an alpha hydroxy acid that may increase your skin's sensitivity to the sun and particularly the possibility of sunburn. Use a sunscreen, wear protective clothing, and limit sun exposure while using this product for a week after. Obviously avoid the eye area. So it basically makes your skin more sensitive, which I'm okay with. I haven't really been out in the sun much because it has been winter, so I'll see how I feel going into summer with this. But truthfully, I actually can't get over the immediate improvements I've seen in my skin. So give it a go. Even if you can run to Sephora and get a sample, I put on a serum, then I put on this invigorating night gel, let that go while I blow dry my hair, and then I'll put on a regular moisturizer before I go to bed. And honestly, in the morning, every time my skin has a world of difference. So if you haven't picked up on it, I definitely recommend that one. I have talked about these many times. These are sleeves of the Kirkland Cotton Rounds, the premium cosmetic. They come in like a big thing of 11 sleeves. Oh my god, why is my face so itchy? They come in a thing of 11 and they're great for removing makeup. They are great for using with micellar water, with acetone to take nail polish off. They are very heavily multi-use. Definitely love and recommend them. While we are on the topic of cotton rounds, I also used up the pack of Shiseido facial cottons. So these I definitely prefer to use on my actual skin, where these I prefer to use like for nail polish, etc. I had originally said that I was not sure how I felt about the Shiseido cotton wipes or cotton squares. Because it is $11 per package, whereas the other Costco ones are $11 per package, but that package includes 6 packages. So it's obviously quite a bit cheaper to go with the Costco ones. When isn't it cheaper to go with the Costco ones? But now that I've actually worked through the whole package, I do notice a significant difference in how it applies product and skincare to my skin, so I definitely think I will probably repurchase the Shiseido Facial Cotton, but next time I will probably cut them in half every time, whereas I was only doing that sometimes, so I went through them faster than I think was required. We are almost to the end. I have feelings about this product. So this is just the box. I've thrown out the sponge already. So this is the Spongelle Blossom Bliss Body Wash Infused Buffer. So this is a star-shaped body wash infused sponge, basically, which is very coarse to the touch, so it is good for exfoliating your skin. This is $23. And I only think I could use it 10 times before. One, I started running out of lather with the sponge, and two, it just felt like I should let it go because it sits in your shower, and I just feel like it is the best way to grow bacteria in your shower. So in theory, I do like it. I love that it was a very, like, a coarser sponge. I love that it was like a cute shape. I really liked the body wash that it was in it. I felt like my skin was very much exfoliated when I was out of the shower, and I liked how it felt, but it was kind of gross, like, by the end of it. I found it very good for like scrubbing dead skin off my legs, and when I wanted to shave my legs, I would use that before, and then use the lather from the body wash to actually shave my legs, and it worked really well. It was such a great multi-purpose thing, but the price is ridiculous, $23 for that. It is just a fucking sponge, man. Like, it's a sponge, get real. It doesn't say how many showers you will get out of it. It just says with built-in body wash for multiple luxurious showers. So this came in BoxyCharm, and I was happy to try it. It was definitely a different and slightly more innovative product, which I can really appreciate, but I really don't think I would ever purchase this again. So I did go through 2 packages of makeup wipes. This one was a fairly large one, and then I actually got all the way through the Clean and Clear ones. So I just want to take a second and talk about the Clean and Clear products. I had mentioned these in a favorites video. They were sent to me by Influencer, a whole bunch of these products, and I just went and read some other reviews, and the reviews aren't very good. I really liked them. Again, if you have sensitive skin or you're sensitive to fragrance, probably not going to be for you. Somebody had commented that it was like rubbing sandpaper all over their face. I did not feel like that at all, and I do typically feel like that with makeup wipes. Like, I don't like the simple ones. I don't like the ones from Neutrogena for the most part anymore. I find them very sandpapery. This I thought was going to feel like shit getting my makeup off, but it actually felt really nice. Like, the cloth isn't the softest cloth I've ever felt, but when I was actually actively taking my makeup off, I didn't feel like it was scratchy. I didn't feel like it pulled on my eyes, and I felt like it was so minimal effort to take off eye makeup. It was something I had never really thought about before. I do know that in the ingredients that I can't pronounce any of them, so that leads me to believe they're maybe not the best. I also, in reading in the reviews, somebody had made some mentions to some of the ingredients not being the best for the skin. So I will not renege that I did like the product, because I did like the product, but if you are very ingredient conscious, I would definitely take a deeper look in before you take my word for it and try the product out. I've talked about these many a time. These are the Kirkland makeup wipes. I use these more for swatches than my actual skin these days, because I'm trying to actually wash my face every night with like a proper cleanser and a makeup removing balm and go through a whole skincare regime. So these are excellent for swatches, if you're wondering. And my super random but last product is a Tocca Montauk candle. I had this in a favorites video a little while ago, and this came in glossy box. So again, I'm going to reference my glossy box video where I said that I actually use a lot of the glossy box products fairly frequently, and I think that this was one of the ones that I was like, yeah, I actually really like glossy box. But these Tocca candles, regular price, are like $40, $50. They're super, super expensive, and I'm just not on board with that. However, I do really love the scent of this specifically. It was really, really clean smelling. I have also talked about the Sand and Fog candles, which are over there, that I get from Walmart or Marshall's. Those are 20 bucks and they smell just as nice. So I was super happy to get this, super happy to get a friend of mine gave me another one, and I used that one as well, which was awesome. But I just, even just smelling it here, it like smells like clean cucumber cleaning something, and I like it. But the Sand and Fog ones give similar scents, so I can't really complain about that, and it's way cheaper. So keep that in mind if you do like the Tocca candles. Okay guys, sorry this was a little bit longer than I intended. I actually feel like I made it through a lot of products that I wanted to move out of my collection, so I'm feeling good about that. There is a couple of empties that I have not included in here because they are actually going to be in my rolling project pan as in the second update, so stay tuned for that. Let me know if you like this video before you go, and let me know what products you are using up and if you have tried any of these guys in the last few months, and let me know what your thoughts are. Have a good one, guys. Bye.